Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will continue the complex number topic. So in that we will solve some equations by using the complex number concepts. Okay, here given that solve equation x power 9 minus x power 5 plus x power 4 minus 1 equals to 0. This equation can be easily solved by using the concept of complex number. Okay, so solutions here, this given equation can be written as, on taking x power 5 common, so we get x power 4 minus 1 plus this x power 4 minus 1 is as it is, remains as it is, that is on taking 1, so we can group this as x power 4 minus 1, which is equals to 0. Now x power 4 minus 1 is common term, so x power 4 minus 1, so then we get x power 5 plus 1 here equals to 0. So this can be written as x power 4 minus 1 equals to 0 and x power 5 plus 1 equals to 0. Simplifying this one, we get x power 4 equals to, sending this side we get plus 1, or x equals to 1 power 1 by 4. Okay, so that is fourth root of unity. So here x power 5 plus 1 equals to 0. This can be written as x power 5 equals to minus 1, or x is equals to minus 1 power 1 by 5, that is fifth root of minus 1. So this is nothing but fifth root of minus 1. Okay, so this can be solved by using concept of the complex number. Okay, so already we have done the roots of the complex number. Okay, so we know that the fourth root of unity are plus 1, minus 1, I and minus I. This one we have already solved in the last video, okay, in the last class. So now we have to find fifth root of minus 1. Okay, so next, now to find fifth root of minus 1, so that is x equals to root minus 1 power 1 by 5, we let z is equals to minus 1, because we want to find out fifth root of this minus 1, therefore let z is equals to minus 1. So on transforming into complex form, this becomes, so it is in the complex form, this can be written as z is equals to minus 1 plus I into 0. So that means here x value is equals to minus 1 and I value is equals to 0. Okay, real part is minus 1 and imaginary part is 0. You can observe that x is equals to minus, so it lies on the negative axis, y is equals to 0, positive. So that means this lies in the third quadrant. Therefore here amplitude, that is theta, can be calculated by using pi minus of tan inverse of y by x. Okay, so this one lies in the third quadrant, so theta value, amplitude value taken as theta is equals to pi minus of tan inverse of y by x. Okay, this one we have already discussed in the bridge course class. Okay, so see here, so first we calculate modulus r is equals to square root of x square plus y square, and its value is equals to minus 1 square, obviously 1. So 1 plus 0 is equals to root of 1 is equals to 1 only, therefore r value is equals to, we got 1, and theta is equals to tan inverse of y by x. But since it lies in the third quadrant, that is x is negative and y is positive, therefore this can be taken as pi minus tan inverse of y by x. So y by x value is 0 by minus 1, which is equals to 0. Therefore pi minus tan inverse of 0 is equals to pi minus 0, which is equals to pi. Okay, now on representing in the polar form, that is z is equals to r cos theta plus I sin theta form, we get r value is equals to 1, therefore we get this pi. Pi means this is the amplitude value, so that can be written as cos pi plus I sin pi. Okay, so now we replace this pi by 2n pi plus theta, that is 2n pi plus pi. So that is replacing pi by 2n pi plus pi. we get z is equals to cos of 2n pi plus I sin of 2n pi plus pi. Now raising power 1 by 5 on both sides, since we want to find fifth root of unity, sorry, that is fifth root of minus 1. Therefore we raise power 1 by 5. On raising power, here it becomes z power 1 by 5 equals to cos of 2n pi plus pi. So this remains as it is, power is 1 by 5. Now we apply De Moivre's theorem here. This 1 by 5 is multiplied with this theta. Okay. So on multiplying, we get cos of 2n pi plus pi divided by 5 plus I sin 2n pi plus pi divided by 5. So consider this as equation 1. Now we go on substituting n values, that is n is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Since here we want to find fifth root, we have to take from 0 to 4 n values. So for n equals to 0, this equation 1 becomes, so on substituting n equals to 0, this total term becomes 0. We get pi by 5. So that is cis pi by 5. Similarly, cis means it is cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay. Cos of pi by 5 plus I sin of pi by 5. Okay. So this may be written as cos of pi by 5 plus I sin pi by 5. So in the short form, it can be written as cis. Okay. Next, for n is equals to 1, equation 1 becomes minus 1 power 1 by 5 equals to minus 1 means z value. So this becomes cis of, now you can observe that on substituting n is equals to 1, we get 2 into 1 is equals to 2 pi. 2 pi plus pi is equals to 3 pi by 5. Okay. Similarly, on substituting n is equals to 2, we get 2 into 2 is equals to 4. 4 pi plus pi is equals to 5 pi. So sorry. So here, so on substituting n is equals to 2, we get 2 into 2 is equals to 4. 4 plus pi is equals to 5 pi divided by 5 is equals to 5 get cancels. We get pi only. So that is pi. So that is, so here. So on substituting 2 into 2, 4. 4 pi plus pi divided by 5. So which is equals to 5 pi by 5. 5 get cancels. We get pi. Now cos of pi plus I sin of pi. Cos pi equals to minus 1 plus I into 0 is, so I into sin pi is equals to, we get 0. Therefore the answer is minus 1. Right. So similarly, on substituting n is equals to 3, we get cis of n equals to 3. 2 into 3 is equals to 6 plus 1 is equals to 7 pi by 5. Next, n is equals to 4. On substituting n is equals to 4, we get 2 into 4 equals to 8. 8 plus 1 is equals to 9. So that we get 9 pi by 5. Hence the required solutions, that is the roots of the given equations, are x equals to, these are the cube roots of unity. Now we have to write all the roots together, that is roots of this x equals to 1 by 4 and x equals to minus 1 power 1 by 5. Total we get 9 roots, and those 9 roots are x equals to plus or minus 1 and plus or minus I. These are 4 roots. Next, cis of pi by 5, cis of 3 pi by 5, minus 1, cis of 7 pi by 5 and cis of 9 pi by 5. So these are the required solution. Okay. Next problem. Solve the equation x power 7 plus 1 equals to 0, or it can be given as find 7th root of minus 1. Both are similar. Okay. So given that x power 7 plus 1 equals to 0. So on sending this 1 to the right side, we get x power 7 equals to minus 1. So that can be written as x equals to minus 1 power 1 by 7. Okay. So now this means that 7th roots of minus 1. This can be solved by using the complex number concepts, that is we consider z is equals to minus 1. Okay, so on transforming into complex number form, this can be written as minus 1 plus I into 0. So that means that x value is equals to minus 1 and y value is equals to 0. Again, you can observe that this lies in the third quadrant only. Therefore, the theta value will be pi minus tan inverse of y by x, right? Now, so r value. So we calculate r value. R value is minus 1 square root of minus 1 square plus 0, which is equals to 1. And theta value is tan inverse of 0 by minus 1. Since it lies in the third quadrant, it can be considered as pi minus of tan inverse of y by x, which is equals to 0. So that is pi minus 0 equals to pi. Theta value is equals to pi. Therefore, the polar form is z is equals to r of cos theta plus I sin theta. Substituting r and theta values, we get z is equals to cos pi plus I sin pi. Now we replace this pi by 2n pi plus pi. Again replacing 2n pi by 2n pi plus pi, we get z is equals to cos of 2n pi plus pi plus I sin of 2n pi plus pi. Now raising power 1 by 7 on both sides. So here we raise the power by 1 by 7 because we want to calculate 7th roots. Therefore, we raise the power by 1 by 7. On raising power, we get z power 1 by 7 is equals to cos of 2n pi plus pi divided by 7. So that is, first we raise the power by 1 by 7 and applying De Moivre's theorem. So you can write here and applying De Moivre's theorem, we get this one, 2n pi plus pi divided by 7 plus I sin 2n pi plus pi divided by 7. So consider this as equation 1. Now on this basis, we go on adding n values, that is n equals to 0 to 6. So substituting n equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6, we get, so for n equals to 0, equation 1 becomes 6 of pi by 7. So see here, first I will write here equation 1. Equation 1 is z power 1 by 7 equals to cos of 2n pi plus pi divided by 7 plus I sin of 2n pi plus pi divided by 7. Okay, so this is our equation 1. Now adding the values of n, we get here on substituting n equals to 0 in this equation 1. So here it becomes totally 0, we get pi by 7, pi by 7. So that is 6 of pi by 7. Now for n equals to 1, so this equation 1 becomes, so on substituting n equals to 1, we get 2 into 1 pi, that is 2 pi plus pi, which is equals to 3 pi by 7. Similarly, substituting n equals to 0, it becomes 2 into 2, that is 4 pi plus 5, which is equals to 5 pi by 7. Next, n equals to 3. Now substituting n equals to 3, we get 2 into 3 equals to 6, 6 plus 1 is equals to 7, 7 pi by 7. 7, 7 get cancels, we get pi. So that is cos pi plus I sin pi. Cos of pi is equals to minus 1 plus I of sin pi is equals to 0. So that is answer is minus 1. So here it is equals to minus 1, or you can write it as minus 1 I into 0 equals to minus 1. Okay, similarly substituting n equals to 4, we get 6 9 pi by 7. N equals to 5, we get 6 11 pi by 7. On substituting n is equals to 6, we get 6 13 pi by 7. So these are the required solution of the given equation. So that is, hence the required roots of the given equation are. So once again you write all these equations here, these solutions here, that is 6 of 7 pi by 7, 6 of 3 pi by 7, 6 of 5 pi by 7, minus 1, 6 of 9 pi by 7, 6 of 11 pi by 7 and 6 of 13 pi by 7. Okay, like this we can easily calculate the solution of the given equation. So you can consider these problems as a homework, okay, or as an exercise. So solve x power 5 plus 1 equals to 0, okay, and find the fifth roots of, this may be given as find the fifth roots of minus 1, similar to the last problem, but here we have fifth root, there we have seventh root. So next find the fourth roots of minus 1, both are same. So for fourth root of minus 1 we have to raise the power by 1 by 4. For fifth root raise the power by 1 by 5, okay. Solve the equation x power 5 minus 1 equals to 0 and show that sum of the roots is 0, okay. So here given that x power 5 minus 1 equals to 0, on solving this equation, so that is on sending this 1 to the RHS side, we get x power 5 equals to 1, which implies that x equals to 1 power 1 by 5. That means we have to find fifth roots of unity. Already we have done this fifth root of unity problem, that is we let z is equals to 1. So here on transforming into complex form we get z is equals to 1 plus I into 0. So that means x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 0 here, okay. So our value is equals to square root of x square plus y square, that is 1 plus 0 equals to 1, and theta is equals to tan inverse of 0 by 1, that is y by x means it is 0 by 1 equals to, we get tan inverse of 0, tan inverse of 0 equals to 0 only. Therefore the polar form is z equals to cos 0 plus I sin 0, okay. So now replace by this 0 by 2n pi plus 0, that is 2n pi. On replacing this 0 by 2n pi, we get z is equals to cos 2n pi plus I sin 2n pi. Now raising by power 1 by 5 on both sides, we get, so you can write here raising power by 1 by 5 and applying De Moivre's theorem. Applying De Moivre's theorem, we get this one, z power 1 by 5 equals to cos of 2n pi by 5 plus I sin 2n pi by 5, okay. Now consider this as equation 1 and go on substituting n is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. For n equals to 0, this equation 1 becomes z power 1 by 5 equals to cis of 2 pi by 5. So that is substituting 0, 2 into 0, 0. So we get, so this is not cis of 2 pi by 5. So for n equals to 0, we get z power 1 by 5 equals to cis of 0, okay. So see here. So cos of 0 plus I sin 0, cis of 0 means cos 0 plus I sin 0. We get cos of 0 is equals to 1 plus I sin 0 is equals to 0, therefore it is equals to 1. So for n equals to 0, we get 1, okay. Next for n equals to 1, we get, so substituting n equals to 1, we get 2 pi by 5, okay, that is cis 2 pi by 5. So similarly substitute n equals to 2, we get 2 into 2, 4 pi by 5, okay. So next n is equals to 3, we get cis 6 pi by 5. For n equals to 4, we get cis 8 pi by 5, okay. These are the fifth roots of unity, okay. 1 cis of 2 pi by 5, cis of 4 pi by 5, cis of 6 pi by 5 and 6 of 8 pi by 5. So these are the roots of the given equation, okay. Next we want to show that sum of the all roots equals to 0, okay. This is up to, so this is the solution of the given equation. Next we want to show that sum of the roots equals to 0. For that we consider the first root as x0, which is equals to 1, this one as a x1, that is cos of 2 pi plus 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5, okay. This is the second root. Third root we consider it as x2, but it can be written as cos, first write this the cos plus I sin form. So on writing this as, so you consider this as x0, x1, x2, this is x3, and this one is equals to x4. Okay, so now for x2 it can be written as cos of 4 pi by 5 plus I sin 4 pi by 5. So this can be written as 2 into 2. 4 can be written as 2 into 2, or it can be written as cos of 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5 by using De Moivre's theorem. So whole square. So it becomes 2 into 2 is equals to 4. So that means this cos of 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5 is equals to, we have x1. So this is x1 whole square. So that means we got x2 is equals to x1 whole square. Similarly, we can write it as x3 can be written as cos 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5 whole cube. So simplifying, you will get 2 into 3 is equals to 6 only, that is x3 only. Therefore, x3 can be written as x1 cube. Similarly, x4 can be written as x1 power 4. Since it is 8 pi by 5, it can be written as cos of 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5 whole power 4. So this means x1, therefore x1 power 4. You consider this as equation 2, 3 and 4. Okay, next, to show that sum of the roots equals to 0, we consider all the roots. Okay, consider sum of all roots, that is sum equals to x0, x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4. But by the equation 2, 3 and 4, we can write it as x0 is 1 as it is, x1 is as it is, x2 can be replaced by x1 square, x3 can be replaced by x1 cube. Similarly, x4 can be written as x1 power 4. Now it is in the GP form, that is 1, x1, x1 square, x1 cube, x1 power 4. So therefore it is in the GP. We use the sum of the GP formula, that is Sn equals to a into 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r. So here in this case, a is equals to 1, first term is 1, common ratio is x1. Okay, and number of terms equals to, we have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total n is equals to 5. Therefore, sum of the roots, this can be written by using this formula as a value is equals to 1, 1 as it is, r value is equals to x1 and n value is equals to 5. Denominator 1 by x1. Okay, this can be simplified as 1 divided by 1 minus x1 can be taken outside. In the bracket 1 minus x1 means it is cos 2 pi by 5 plus I sin 2 pi by 5 whole power 5 is there, therefore whole power 5. Now applying De Moivre's theorem, 5 get cancels, we get cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi. So remaining terms are same. Next, 1 by 1 minus x1 as it is, 1 as it is, cos of 2 pi value is equals to 1. So this is, here we have minus 1, therefore minus 1 plus into minus minus I as it is, sin of 2 pi is equals to 0. So that we get 1 minus 1 is equals to 0, hence the sum of the roots equals to 0, which is our required proof. Okay. Next we have one more problem here. Find the cube roots of I. Okay. So already we have done cube roots of unity, cube roots of some complex number. Okay, here given that cube roots of I. In the exam they may ask that find the cube roots of minus I. That is different thing. Okay, here we have I. So that let z is equals to I. So considering z equals to I, on transforming into complex number we get 0 plus I. Okay, so that means here real part is absent, therefore we consider real part equals to 0 and imaginary part equals to 1, right? So r value is equals to 0 plus 1 equals to, we get 1 only, and theta value is equals to tan inverse of 1 by 0. You can observe that both are positive only, therefore it lies in the first quadrant. We take theta as it is, that is tan inverse of 1 by 0. Tan inverse of 1 by 0 equals tan inverse of infinity, theta is equals to, we get tan inverse of infinity means theta is equals to pi by 2. Therefore the polar form is z is equals to cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. Now replace pi by 2 by 2n pi plus pi by 2. Okay. So that is we get z is equals to cos of 2n pi plus pi by 2 plus I sin 2n pi plus pi by 2. Now we raise the power both side by 1 by 3. Now raising power by 1 by 3. Since we want to find out cube roots, therefore we raise by 1 by 3. So raising power 1 by 3, we get z power 1 by 3 is equals to 6 of 2n pi plus pi by 2 power 1 by 3. So simplifying this one, we get z power 1 by 3 is equals to cos of this angle as it is whole divided by 3. Okay. So same as in the sine term. So consider this as equation 1. Next, here we have to substitute n is equals to 0, 1, 2. Okay. Now substituting n is equals to 0, we get equation 1 becomes, so this angle becomes, substituting n equals to 0, this angle becomes 2n pi plus pi by 2 divided by 3 is there. Substituting n equals to 0, here we get pi by 2 into 3 equals to, we get pi by 6. Here we get angle cos of pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6. So this cos of pi by 6 is root 3 by 2 plus I sin of pi by 6 is 1 by 2. So this can be simply written as root 3 plus I divided by 2. Next, on substituting n equals to 1 in this angle, n equals to 1, 2 into 1 equals to 2, we get 2 pi plus pi by 2 divided by 3. So further simplifying this one, we get 5 pi by 2 into 3 is equals to 6. We get 5 pi by 6. Okay. This 5 pi by 6 can be written as pi minus pi by 6 plus I sin of pi minus pi by 6. So pi minus pi by 6 means it lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, cos term is negative. Therefore, we consider negative of cos of pi by 6 plus sin is positive plus I sin of pi by 6. Minus as it is cos pi by 6 value is root 3 by 2 plus I sin of pi by 6 value is 1 by 2. Therefore, it is minus root 3 plus I divided by 2. Now for n equals to 2, the equation 1, this 2 in substituting n equals to 2, we get 2 into 2 pi plus pi by 2 divided by 3. Simplifying, we get 4 pi plus pi by 2. So equals to, we get 4 into 2 is equals to 8 pi, that is 9 pi by 2 into 3 is equals to 6. Further simplifying this one, we get 3 pi by 2. Okay. So cos of 3 pi by 2 plus I sin of 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 can be written as pi plus pi by 2, pi plus pi by 2. Pi plus pi by 2 means it lies in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, cos is negative but sin is also negative. Okay, so therefore it is negative of cos pi by 2 minus of I sin pi by 2. Cos of pi by 2 is 0, sin of pi by 2 is 1. Therefore it is minus I into 1 is equals to minus I. Hence the roots of the given equations are root 3 plus I, sorry, that is cube roots of, here cube roots of I are root 3 plus I by 2 minus root 3 plus I divided by 2 minus I. Okay.